Christmas is not Christmas without mince pies.
They produce the jewel of the fish industry, caviar.
We try as much as possible to keep the authenticity of the dishes.
I'm going to show you 4 different types of Christmas drinks. Bacon and sausages are absolutely out of this world.
These are British mince pies. Christmas is not Christmas without mince pies. For British people, mince pies is fundamental for Christmas. You must have mince pies. But again, being Taiwan, where do you get mince pies? You can't get them. You have to make it yourself. So now I'm going to show you how we make mincemeat. The mincemeat goes inside the mince pies. Now mincemeat does not have minced beef in there. It is 100% meat free. So we got dark brown sugar, we got raisins, we got sultanas, we got mixed fruits, we got our mix, we got lemon juice, we got brandy, which is very important. You've got to have a big lug of brandy in there, and Granny Smith's apples. And again, here is the suet. I like Granny Smith's because they're a bit sharper. This would be the most important thing. This is mace. This is coriander, this is ginger, this is nutmeg, this is allspice, this is cloves. But together, this makes your Christmas mix. We got the rendered suet. So, the rendered suet, in we go with the fruits. So all these fruits are going in. This is the brandy, okay? As I say, quite a bit of brandy in our Snoopy jar. Very important Snoopy. This is the Christmas mix. Okay, this is the stuff will do it.
So you're adding the fruit?
Add in the fruit. Now this is the sugar. Very important, the sugar. So dark brown sugar. Last but not least, lemon juice and Granny Smith's. Okay, so your Granny Smiths are in. So now you can start getting the idea. You see what I mean with this mincemeat? So what we're doing, bring this up to the boil, 5 minutes, it's done, mincemeat ready. Okay, so now the boys are going to start making their mince pies. So what we got here, this is our homemade mince pie press. So there it goes, into the mould. Let's fill up the moulds with the mincemeat. Going to cover them on top, and there's our mince pies done. What we're doing now is put a little bit of egg wash in there, and then on top of the egg wash we're going to put a little bit of granulated sugar. In the oven, 180 degrees. Open your oven. So here we are, the finished article. Can I offer you a British mince pie?
Oh, yes,
please try, please try. Come on guys, help yourself, try.
Try? They're not stingy either. Like, the shop bought ones in the UK, you'd get a quarter of that much.
With stuffing in England, there's 2 ways people use it. First way, stuff it inside the turkey at Christmas. The other way, which is becoming more popular, more Americanised I would say, would be have this on its own. Either you make it into balls, put it in the oven, crisp them up and eat them individually, or you put it in a pie shell, as in a pie dish, and again put it in the oven, 20 minutes, crisp it on the top, it's done. What we're going to do is sage and onion stuffing. Sage and onion stuffing is another thing that scares people off. It is a lot like mincemeat. You know, oh, I can't get it, I don't know how to do it. How do you make that stuff? It's so easy. It really is so easy. Now with sage and onion stuffing, basically what you've got, garlic, onion, celery, chicken stock, breadcrumbs, couple of eggs, and the most important thing, sage, parsley, and you've got some thyme. First of all, large lump of butter. Now we put our garlic in, put our celery, we're going to sweat this off for about 10 minutes till everything's translucent and a little bit soft. So a couple of eggs in, give these a bit of a whisk up, and then 1 can of chicken stock. What we need also, this is black pepper, ground black pepper, but you know, put a nice healthy lump in there. Give that a stir around. Now our celery, garlic and onions have been sweated down. So now what we're adding in is the herbs. So basically, just add the herbs in, give it a nice stir around. We're going to take that off the heat. We're going to let this cool down. Now, obviously, through smell-o-vision, you can't smell this, but that smells absolutely wonderful. This is the sage, parsley, thyme, onions, celery, and garlic. This will be added to the rest of the ingredients. So what we got is the breadcrumbs. Now obviously they're not breadcrumbs. What I've done is cube bread. Slightly hard, slightly soft. Okay, now we got the mixture. This is chicken stock, black pepper, and a couple of beaten eggs. This, okay, soak them all in, will be added to this. And again, get everything coated. What we got there, sage and onion stuff. So what I would do, I would cool this down, put it in vacuum packs, ½ kilo blocks, do with it as you will. So basically the pigs in blanket, what they are, again, another accompaniment for your Christmas dinner. What we do, we put those on a tray with oil in the oven, 20 minutes. Now, this is probably the best bacon you'll get in this country. This is from England, this is Wickes Manor. This is proper East Anglia bacon. Now this is the same stuff that they have in Waitrose and Sainsbury's in England. We're the only people in this country that's got this.
Do you think Taiwanese bacon is different?
Completely different.
In what way?
It's sweet, it's full of preservatives. It just hasn't got the texture, hasn't got the body, hasn't got the flavour. This is real bacon. But this is smoked bacon. But this is Taiwanese smoked bacon. This took us about 6 months to source. This would be the best bacon you can get in Taiwan. Again, no additives, no preservatives, good stuff. Taiwanese. What we got here, this is what they call suet fat. Now this is the fat that is around the kidney. Now it might look quite disgusting, and in fact it is a little bit, but this stuff is super sweet. With this stuff you can make pastry. You know, it's exactly the same as hot water pastry, but what you do is you use the suet. But I don't like this as it is, so what I do is refine it. This suet that's being rendered down. Rendered down just means cooking it off. You're cooking it off. Now, can you see that? Look, it ends up like olive oil. Absolutely pure olive oil. That's what it looks like. But this is suet, and suet is sweet. And this is good stuff, so don't be afraid of it. The kidney fat will end up with an olive oil like liquid. Once I have that olive oil like liquid, I will put it through a muslin cloth, strain it, put it into tins, and this solid mass is what you get. Now that is pure refined suet. And basically that's the secret of suet.
Look what I've found, caviar made in Iran. This is a real surprise to me. Taiwan and caviar, I never would have thought that there's caviar produced in Taiwan. Here's the guys from Winsturd, and they're some fantastic young people producing this beautiful caviar. What gave you the idea to start this fantastic company?
In our farm, produce the caviar for global company for a long time. But this year, in 2020, we have a plan to promote a Taiwanese company to the global market. We want to show our Taiwan caviar to the world, to show our quality.
How many Taiwanese people like to eat caviar?
It comes from the West, so I think in the beginning the people they don't have the chance to try the caviar. But in this year, Winsturd just beginning, so I think many people would like to try this caviar from Taiwan. Yeah, so I think there will be more and more people like caviar.
It's all the talk about caviar. I think I must try some. Oh, Olga is serving me with that beautiful caviar. Beautiful. It really melts on your mouth. This is my first ever Taiwan-produced caviar, and it is just delicious. These guys have just done an incredible business here. They started a fantastic new product line, which I believe will be a fantastic contribution to the seafood market in Taiwan. They produced the jewel of the fish industry, caviar.
I believe that Taiwanese nowadays, they really like all this European cuisine, especially like Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Here's the cake from the US, and we're gonna make it like a Christmas tree. This is the red velvet sponge. We wanted something special for the Christmas, so we came up with the idea with the 3D Christmas tree. And actually, to hold the cake, we have to put a straw inside the tree. To make the tree look more realistic, we pipe a little bit cream on top. The cream is made by cream cheese and lemon zest and orange zest, and with some gelatin to stabilize the cream. Here we are. This is our amba white Christmas tree cake.
I'm the head chef of Buttermilk of Amba Hotels. We have the carrot cake from Q restaurant, Amba Zhongzheng. Main purpose of doing the cake is basically to jump off from the traditional frame that represent our Amba, which is a fun and happy always concept. So we use the traditional base carrot cake and red velvet cake, but we present it in a fun way, in a different shape of a 2D Christmas cake and of course the 3D Christmas cake, to hopefully that our guests will enjoy the fun and joy of this Christmas festive. In Buttermilk, so basically we try to keep our Western cuisine as authentic as much as possible, and we want to show to our guests that in Taiwan you also have this chance to have some authentic dishes.
Merry Christmas from Amba Hotels.
Here we are in one of our Joyce Irish bars in Taipei, and I'm going to show you 4 different type of Christmas drinks. So you can make all of these at home, or you can come to this bar and try them. I'm preparing first the traditional German type Glühwein, or Moch wine as it is known in English-speaking countries. Here are the ingredients: lemon, dried orange, red wine, brown sugar, anise, goji berries from Japan, cloves, Irish whiskey, cinnamon, bay leaves. Very important that you heat the wine slowly. You can drink it fast. I'm now adding my ingredients. Stirring it only to get the brown sugar distributed. I'm just going to try a little bit to see. This is Glühwein, how I know it from Germany. The original Glühwein, just perfect. Happy Christmas to all. Cocktails are created all over the world. I came up with a very, very special cocktail which I created myself. It's a BB special or Big Gurney special or B special. So for this I use brown sugar, a very good amount of brown sugar. I dilute with hot water. So just use a little bit of hot water at the moment. Make sure the brown sugar dilutes. Now I put a good measure of dark rum. As it is a B special, it's a B special measure. I now put orange. This is your Big Gurney special. Most important hot drinks in Ireland is the hot whiskey. Wintertime, damp winters, harsh winters, strong winds, people love a hot drink, and as they love whiskey, Irish whiskey, they invented the hot whiskey. We put fresh orange or dried orange, we pick it with cloves. That is enough flavor. They're very strong in taste and very strong flavor, so you don't need too many cloves to get the. Put them into it. Then the most important thing is Irish whiskey. Again, a good measure of Irish whiskey, and just fill with hot water. This is your hot whiskey. Some people put a little bit of sugar into it to sweeten it a little bit, but most people prefer it without sugar. Another drink very famous in Ireland and in Irish bars is the Irish coffee. Irish coffee was invented in Shannon Airport on the west coast of Ireland. In the late 50s, early 60s, American troops were shipped forward and backwards between Europe and America, and they stopped over for refueling their aircraft in Shannon. So one soldier went into the local Irish bar in Shannon Airport and he ordered a whiskey and a coffee. So the barman, as clever as he was, put everything into one glass and said, "Here is your Irish coffee." And this was the start of the famous Irish coffee. I am showing to you now how to prepare a typical Irish coffee. So we start obviously with the most important thing in Irish coffee is Irish whiskey. I'm using the Jameson whiskey and I give a good shot. I put my brown sugar into it, give it a good stir to dilute the sugar. Use the spoon in not to crack the glass. I put a little drop of hot water just to make sure the sugar is diluting properly. I put some cloves, but here I'm using some filter coffee. Filter coffee is a bit nicer, it gives a bit better taste. Just make sure that all the flavor of the coffee is gone in. With another good stir. And now comes the important bit. Using the back of the spoon, you slowly add the cream onto the coffee. And this is your Irish coffee.
In Europe, we have many Christmas markets. All of them are cancelled. We are here in Taiwan at a Christmas market, and we can enjoy Christmas just as normal.
Welcome to the European Christmas market.
This guy is making French handmade sausages.
I got like about 10 kind of sausages. All is fresh pork from Taiwan. I use local pork. I use imported spice for most of it.
This French guy is making is French style, European style sausage, which is very different to this Taiwanese style. So I'm going to try
a bit of that fantastic flavored sausage. This is the regular sausage.
Regular black pepper.
Regular black pepper sausage. Very
This
nice.
is cumin. So
You can taste the cumin in it.
barbecue style.
Barbecue style cumin sausage. Very nice flavor. I do believe you do bacon.
We do bacon, but we have nice slice of raw, already cooked, already smoked. I cure the meat first, I brine it, I let it rest a bit in the fridge, and then I smoke it. So I got two kinds. I got the cold smoke and hot smoke.
I'm now trying some beautiful smoked bacon. I like the greasy part of the bacon. And it's a lovely tender smoking. It just goes on your tongue. You wouldn't think you eat bacon, but the flavor is fantastic. She's preparing now a bacon sandwich, toasting the bread, lovely brown bread, and this fantastic flavored bacon. Oh, I can't wait to get my tea. Using Dijon mustard, the Dijon region is probably one of the most famous mustard region. Mustard was invented in France, and the Dijon region is the most famous mustard region. The bread goes very well with the bacon, the crisp of the salad, and in the background the Dijon mustard. Perfect flavor, perfect flavor. This was again something very new for me. Very first, the bacon and sausages are absolutely out of this world. The taste of the bacon in particular. This young man from France really delivers the best and finest foods outside France. In England we have Christmas pudding with brandy sauce. In Ireland we put whiskey into the sauce. In Taiwan we just drink it. It is very difficult to find port wine in Taiwan. This South African port is being imported by Goro. What type of port do you have?
Cape Ruby. This one's Muscatel.
Muscadet.
Yes, Muscatel.
Muscadet. So I'm now trying the Muscadet. Oh, quite a unique. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. This is the most beautiful type of liquor I ever drank. You just have to experience it. You just have to buy it. You can't describe, but it's sweetness. There is in the background the alcohol you can taste, but the joint combination of flavor is undescribable. It's just beautiful to drink. Muscatel is a liquor wine which is found in special region of Bordeaux, France, and the South African using their grapes to do a Muscatel liquor type of dessert wine. It's one of the most fantastic liquors I ever drank. Do you agree?
I agree. Merci beaucoup.
On Christmas, we make a special Christmas beer. It's a very dark beer, very strong, 10.5 alcohol, so that it's you can have a warm with a little bit caramel taste inside.
Okay, in Germany we call it a Bock beer. This beer has a very malty type of taste, it's malt. You can taste the caramel in the beer. It is a very strong alcohol beer, so it's an unusual type of dark beer. Tommy has just told me that he is importer of a very rare, I never heard about it, cheese liquor made in Spain.
Yes.
So I believe it's 100% made from cheese. Can you tell me more about?
This manufacturer is a cheese manufacturer, and they only have one product, and this is cheese. This cheese liquor, the Vega Dania. It's 100% cheese made without anything else, and with ethanol alcohol. That's all.
This is
70%. It's for dessert.
Yeah.
You can use as dessert. You can use it like cocktails. You put it on your brownies or anything, and you can use it. If you like sweet, you like it.
Absolutely most unusual. I never thought that you can combine cheese with liquor and that you have actually a cheese sweet taste. So a sweet cheese liquor taste. There's a bit of cream in there. You can taste the cream. It most fantastically would go as a dessert. It certainly would go very, very well in coffee, to mix with coffee. And
16 degree.
It's unbelievable. Some people might say it's too sweet, but I don't believe, because if it wasn't as sweet, the cheese would take over. So you wouldn't get the full taste and the full volume of the aroma. The aroma combined, cheese, sweetness, and liquor, it's just perfect mix. So it's an ideal dessert drink and ideal for use in coffee.